Okay, we have two options and we need your help deciding. So my husband and we listed our house, and we were expecting to like list and pack all of our stuff up because that's just who we are, and just live in boxes until it sells and until we move to New York. But our realtor was like, actually, no, we need you to keep everything staged as is because we want to show the house staged. And so we're like, okay, well, every single day it feels like we're living in a model home, but also we have 3 dogs. So going back after them every single day in case there's a showing the next morning, like we're like constantly living in like clean up, but also like only to a certain extent. We can't pack up. So we were like, okay, well, we have 2 weeks, about 2.5 weeks until we start working for about 2 months straight. Like we're literally nonstop for about 2 months, in and out of town, working and doing all this stuff. So we have such a blessing that Raphael took a step back from his job until we get to New York, and then whatever his future is will continue on in New York. And right now, so he's not working. My job is very flexible, and I don't really have anything coming up until 2.5 weeks. So we were like, okay, well, do we just sit in boredom for the next 2 weeks, which is such a blessing to even just say that we're sitting in boredom. Like we don't really have much to do other than literally cleaning. And in Texas, there's really not much to do. There's stuff to do, but it's like we're constantly finding stuff to do, and then we're spending money doing stuff, which is fine, but it's like we don't really care to be doing it. We're just doing it to fill our days because it feels weird just like cleaning and then sitting around being like, okay, well, what do we do now? We take like 3 family walks a day. And then our other option was, okay, well, what if we just do a cross-country road trip? We get out of the house for 2.5 weeks. We let their realtor know that they can do showings immediately as is, whatever, because right now we have it as a certain amount of time, like a day in advance to let us know. But we're like, we could just host an open house. Like whatever they need to do, they can do it because we'll be gone. And we'll come back right before we start traveling again for work. So those are kind of our two options where it's like, do we just absorb the boredom and just soak in it and just be like, okay, like this is such a time in our life where like boredom doesn't really exist for us. We're 2 type A people. We have very busy lives, very busy jobs, very active dogs. We're trying for a family. Like, is boredom ever going to exist to us again? So do we just sit in it and just like hang out with each other, stare at each other, watch as many Netflix shows as we want? But 2 weeks is a long, long time to be bored. And then we were also like, or do we just go across the country and do this road trip, make memories as a family, bring the girls, have so much fun? Like, yes, it's chaotic, but we thrive in chaos. So it's like, I don't know. What's your guys' advice? So what we would do is we would go from here to Nashville for a night, Nashville to Roanoke, Virginia out to probably like either Jersey, Connecticut, or like Rhode Island-ish. Like we haven't figured out, and we would like get an Airbnb on the water, and I would probably finish writing my book. We would drive around, see the cute little local towns, get coffee, work out, go for family walks,